everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So I don't know how I feel about my makeup, if I'm being completely honest, but the show must go on. I have to film to keep up with 12 days of Vlogmas, but I don't know. I used the Oden's Eye Snow Dream palette and I played around with that purple and the red, and I'm just like not really sure if I'm feeling the look, but like I said, everything must go on. So here we go. I am really excited for today's video. I was actually inspired to do this video by my friend Anna here on YouTube. I will be sure to link her channel down below. That way you can show her some love on her channel. But anyways, today's video is going to be 2025 makeup predictions. I am so excited. Whenever I watched her video, to see if she was right from her 2024 makeup predictions. She was really inspiring to me and it made me want to film this video myself. So if you are not familiar with this style video, basically what I'm going to talk about is basically my predictions for makeup and makeup trends, maybe, you know, beauty brands, things like that. I'm going to be talking about my predictions for 2025 and basically, what are we going to see in 2025? What type of makeup releases maybe will come out during that time, etc., etc. So let's go ahead and get started. I have quite a few predictions here. I talked about on my list basically about new makeup that's going to come out, maybe some trends, brands, releases, all of the things. So let's get into it. So the first makeup prediction that I have, and I really do hope that this is true, I do feel that in 2025, there will be more matte and more blurring makeup trends, or blurring makeup trends, I should say. So I feel like for years now, we've been very much into clean girl makeup and basically everything is super dewy on the skin and glowy. And I feel like in 2025, because I've seen that we hinted a little bit into this during 2023 or 2024, I feel like in 2025, we are going to see more matte makeup. We are going to see more blurring makeup, maybe things that are more satin matte finish. And so that is really exciting to me because I do feel like more dewy makeup tends to lean more natural. And I feel like more matte and blurring makeup tends to go more for like full glam, which I love. So that is my first prediction. My second prediction is that Rare Beauty will go to Ulta. This is a huge, huge hope of mine. I really do hope that this happens. Ulta has accumulated so many brands over the basically past year or so, and they have acquired brands that I never thought would come to Ulta. And so I feel like it's very exciting to see all of this happening because as we know, Sephora has the most terrible reward system, like rewards program, and Ulta has a really great rewards program. So I'm really, really hoping that this will come true and that Rare Beauty will go to Ulta because how exciting would that be? I also, speaking of Rare Beauty, feel like Rare Beauty will release powder bronzers. It is time. They have come out with, of course, cream bronzers, and they have liquid and cream blushes and powder blushes. And so I feel like powder bronzers are coming, and I do feel like that's going to happen in 2024 or 2025. I mean, so we'll see. Maybe I will be right. We'll see. I also feel like the next trend or next prediction I have is I feel like we're going to leave cream and liquid bronzers, or excuse me, cream and liquid products. Not entirely, but I feel like more powder products are going to be released in 2025. So more powder bronzers, more powder blushes, and not so much cream and liquid products. I still think we'll see those being released, but I feel like there's going to be more powder releases, if that makes sense. So we'll see if that's true. I kind of have a feeling that it is because like I said, I feel like we've had years of cream and liquid products, and I feel like powder products are going to have their moment again. So we'll see if that's true. This is a stretch, and I really don't know if this will happen because I'm predicting 2 brands to go to Ulta next year, but I'm predicting that Haus Labs will go to Ulta. I don't know if this is true. I feel like Rare Beauty has a better chance of getting into Ulta than Haus Labs. Like, not that there's like competition. Well, there probably is competition, but Basically, I feel like people have been requesting for Rare Beauty to come to Ulta for so long now that I feel like that has a higher chance of happening than Haus Labs. But hey, I can sit here and make up predictions all day long. So since I'm doing that, I'm going to predict that Haus Labs will come to Ulta. We'll see. I feel like one day all of the brands at Sephora will be accumulated by Ulta, but as far as 2025 goes, I really feel like maybe Haus Labs, but probably for sure Rare Beauty. We'll see. Okay. This is also a stretch, but hear me out. I feel like my next prediction is that liquid lipsticks will make a comeback. I'm not talking about the really drying liquid lipsticks. I'm talking about this renovated formula of liquid lipsticks. I feel like we are so close to coming out with a comfortable, non-drying liquid lipstick. And so I feel like in 2025, we are going to see brands come out with liquid lipstick type products, but they're going to be so much more comfortable. And I feel like people are actually going to start wearing liquid lipsticks more often. I don't know what it is. I feel like with that transition from natural makeup and clean girl makeup, we wore a lot of glosses and balms and, lip balms and all of that, that I feel like we're eventually going to go back to full glam. And with full glam, that means people are going to be wearing more lipsticks. They're going to be wearing more liquid lipsticks. So I feel like they are going to make a comeback. At least I feel like they're going to be released more often from brands. Okay, this one is just a crazy prediction, but I feel like Wet n Wild is going to release their own version of a gripping primer. So this year, 2024, they came out with the Nightmare Before Christmas collection, and in that collection, they came out with a sticky serum primer. To me, that means that they already are in the works of coming out with something like this. And so I feel like in 2025, we will see a gripping primer from Wet n Wild. I feel like they're the only brand to not have one, to be honest. Also, Milani doesn't have one, but I feel like Wet n Wild is going to be coming out with one soon. So we'll see. I also feel, another prediction, I feel like Natasha Denona is going to release a cool toned palette. I know that she already has the Glam palette. However, I feel like with the releases that she's come out with recently, they've been all very warm toned and neutral, that I feel like people are going to want cool tones in the 2025. I feel like Makeup by Mario came out with a cool tones palette. I feel like people want Patrick Ta to come out with a cool toned palette. Not that I'm interested, but I do feel like cool tones are kind of emerging and becoming more and more popular and preferred by people, that I feel like Natasha Denona is going to come out with yet another palette, and it's going to be cool toned. And I feel like it's going to be something that will complement her Glam palette that's already come out. So we'll see if that's true. I don't know. She loves to stay in her neutral kind of area, so we'll see. I also feel that more makeup brands will launch body care. I truly feel that this is going to happen with fragrance and the hygiene and like body care trends being super, super just concentrated right now. I feel like more brands are going to be releasing a body care. So we've seen this already with Glamlite. They are traditionally a makeup brand, and they released body care last year. And so I feel like more brands are going to be doing that. And it's going to be brands that are more like probably high end. I don't necessarily see drugstore doing this right away, but I feel like high-end brands are going to kind of start setting the tone for this. And then eventually, I'm sure we'll see drugstore brands doing this too. So we'll see if that's actually true or not, but I definitely can see it happening. Okay, so Profusion has been really, really fun lately with collabing with different IP collections. So this year we saw that they collabed with the Peanuts collection, both for Halloween and holiday. And I also remembered last year in 2023 that they collabed with Casper. So I feel like their IPs are a little bit random, but I still feel like in 2025 they're going to collab with someone. And this is my prediction, okay? The IP that I came up with, this is not necessarily IP that I want them to collab with, but the IP I can actually see happening for Profusion is either Muppets or Winnie the Pooh, if not both, because I feel like those are not huge IPs, although I guess Muppets is technically Disney, so we'll see. But I also feel like those are not huge IPs. In Profusion, I don't see them collabing with huge IP names, but I feel like something attainable is like Winnie the Pooh or the Muppets. So we'll see. Muppets would be more for like Christmas, and then Winnie the Pooh maybe is like for fall or something. I don't know, but I have been loving these Profusion and IP collabs. I've been loving them so much. I think it's really fun. It kind of excites me for the season. And so I am really looking forward to seeing what they come out with in 2025. And then ColourPop, they also do a ton of IP collections. And so in the past year for Christmas, they've done Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and this year they did Frosty the Snowman. I am predicting maybe, again, this is a stretch, but I'm thinking maybe they will collab with the Grinch. The Grinch is so popular. Every time I'm in Walmart or Target or Hobby Lobby, like I see Grinch decor everywhere. So I really feel like the Grinch is super popular still, and I can definitely see ColourPop doing an amazing Grinch collaboration. So we'll see, but that is one of my predictions for sure. Also, because ColourPop collabs with really like trendy and like, I would say very like popular IPs, I'm kind of predicting, I don't know why. I was laughing when I thought of this, but my husband could see it as well. I can see ColourPop collabing with Bluey. I don't know why, but I can see the collection in my head. And that's another thing that's super popular. Bluey is very popular. I see it everywhere. I've mentioned so many times that I go to a lot of markets where like there's vendors set up and selling stuff, and they always have Bluey stuff. So I feel like I can see ColourPop collabing with Bluey. I know that that would be kind of a weird audience, but like I feel like even adults like Bluey. The other IP that I can definitely see ColourPop collabing with is Sanrio. Hello Kitty, Cinnamon Roll, My Melody, Kuromi, all of the things, those are so popular right now that I can most definitely see them collabing with them, like for sure. And I feel like they would do an amazing job too. Like it would be really cute and just fun and festive and adorable and all of the things. And I think it would be very successful from them. Okay, then Glamlite, as we know, have been on a huge horror kick as of late. I actually really enjoy it because I love horror stuff, but I do see them predicting, or I do see them collabing with more horror IP next year. And these are my predictions. Again, these are all kind of a stretch. Terrifier, I see them maybe collabing with Terrifier. My husband said that that might be too gore, and I kind of agree. So maybe not Terrifier, but Terrifier has been very, very popular this year. Also, because they have collabed with all of the horror classics like Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael, Chucky, Trick or Treat, right? I feel like they're missing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Again, that is very gore, so I don't know if this would actually happen, but it is one of the missing horror like staples classics that they don't have in their line. So that was my next prediction. However, the prediction I can actually see happening is It. I can actually see Glamlite collabing with It. I can actually see it. Like the others were a stretch. I can actually see them collabing with It though. Okay, this is also a stretch, but maybe not. I feel like Essence could potentially maybe release baked powder bronzers in 2025. So Essence, they have their baked blushes. They of course have like their pure nude highlights that are very, very just popular from them. And so I feel like they're going to use that pure nude baked like formula and just come out with bronzers. So I can see that happening. I would be super stoked if they did that because I love a baked product. And then CoverGirl, I am predicting that CoverGirl is going to release bronzing drops. And I wanted to say this, if they already have these products and I'm predicting, I'm really sorry. I tried to do my research ahead of time, like looking at like Trend Mood and Makeup on Your Radar, like on the Instagram, making sure that I didn't see these things being released. So I apologize if some of these things are actually released. I promise I don't know about it. Like I'm just predicting here. I'm just thinking outside the box. I'm trying to guess where, you know, the makeup trends are going. But I feel like CoverGirl is one of the few brands that don't have bronzing drops because I feel like, you know, Milani has them, e.l.f. has them, and then who else? Like L'Oreal has like the bronzing kind of color of like the Lumi Glotion. Maybelline doesn't, but I feel like L'Oreal and Maybelline and Revlon, like they fall really behind, but I feel like CoverGirl is kind of picking up a little bit. So there's a possibility that maybe CoverGirl will pick up on this trend and maybe they will come out with bronzing drops. So we'll see. Okay, then we have sad news. As, you know, new brands come out and as brands, you know, get accumulated by Ulta or what have you, we also have to think about brands that are going to close. And that is sad. However, it is business at the end of the day. And if this brand is not keeping up with trends regularly, or if they're not coming out with things that, you know, customers are wanting, then it's inevitable that they will close. And so I have two brands that I do foresee possibly closing in 2025. I will say, thankfully, in 2024, I didn't see a ton of brands closing, which is great. But Ace Beauté, I feel like Ace Beauté is going to close. I just don't see any type of movement with them. And honestly, there are brands that I always forget about. What brought them to my mind was I was watching Teresa Is Dead, her recent declutter video, and she talked about Ace Beauté, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I haven't heard from them in so long. And there are certain creators that certainly keep them alive, but it's not very many. And so I feel like Ace Beauté is one of those brands that'll certainly close. Another brand, and this is actually sad because I do think they have some great products, is Give by Gwen Stefani. All of her stuff is constantly on clearance on Sephora's website and in person, of course, at the store. And then she's always running really like huge site-wide sales on her site. So I just feel like maybe the brand isn't doing that well, or I don't know what is going on, but her stuff is literally always like over 40% off, sometimes even like 60% off. And so I just feel like there's a possibility that Give will close in 2025. And then lastly, this is my last prediction, and I would be literally so excited if this were to happen. EOS has been very, very popular over the years. So they are very well known for their lotions. Everyone loves them. Their holiday lotions were seriously so hard to come by. And I was so sad I was only able to get one of the scents, but that's okay. But because EOS has really been trendy lately and like hyped, I feel like they're going to come out with a scent that's very popular. And so because of that, I feel that EOS will come out with a pistachio scent. I feel like everyone wants that really nice like Sol de Janeiro like Boom Boom cream scent. And so I feel like they're just like, it's literally just moments until this happens, in my opinion, because EOS tends to stick within like the gourmands. And so I feel like they will come out with a pistachio scent possibly. So those are all of my 2025 beauty / like makeup predictions. Let me know if you agree with me on any of these things, or if you think I'm like completely crazy for thinking some of this, but this was really fun for me to do. Just kind of like sit back and just like think about how the trends have been going and where they're heading towards. And then of course, thinking about like new releases and stuff. So let me know how you felt about my predictions. Let me know your predictions as well for 2025, or what you hope to happen in 2025. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my YouTube channel family here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye.